Love didn't stay because it was easy. It stayed because two hearts decided that leaving was harder. It all began with a moment so fleeting, yet so unforgettable, that it seemed as if the universe itself had paused to watch. That very first glance, the one that caught your eyes and refused to let go, was more than just an ordinary meeting of two souls. It was the subtle beginning of a story that neither of you could have predicted. In that instant, the world around you faded into soft focus. Faces blurred, voices dulled, and all that remained was a magnetic pull toward each other, an invisible thread that seemed to stretch across time and space. There was something in that look, a quiet recognition, a whisper of familiarity, as though your hearts had known each other long before your eyes met. Perhaps it was the curve of a smile, the way laughter sparkled unexpectedly in someone's eyes, or the gentle tilt of a head that conveyed curiosity and warmth. Whatever it was, it ignited a spark that no words could explain, a feeling so profound that even silence between you felt like a conversation meant only for your hearts. It was in the small gestures, the unspoken exchanges, that love first began to learn the language of your souls. A brush of hands against a book, a shared laugh over a clumsy mistake, a fleeting glance in a crowded room, each tiny moment wove invisible threads, connecting hearts with delicate strength. Every heartbeat in that first encounter whispered promises that neither of you could yet articulate. And as days turned into weeks, those threads stretched and intertwined, pulling you closer, gently but insistently. You discovered that the magic of love does not always announce itself with fireworks or grand declarations. Sometimes, it chooses the quiet corners of life, patiently waiting for hearts ready to recognize it. Even the simplest exchanges, the shared silence during a long walk, the warmth of a hand held just a second too long, the comfort of a smile that seemed to understand more than words ever could, became the canvas upon which love began to paint its masterpiece. In those early moments, love was learning its rhythm, discovering the cadence of two hearts moving toward a shared future, learning how to stay even when life whispered doubts and distractions. Love is not always found in grand gestures or sweeping declarations. Sometimes, it reveals itself in the quiet, ordinary moments that stitch two lives together. It's in the laughter shared over morning coffee, the playful teasing that fills a lazy afternoon, or the soft, knowing glance exchanged across a crowded room. These seemingly small instants are the heartbeat of a relationship, the tender threads that teach love how to remain steadfast and resilient. It is in the way you begin to notice each other's little habits, the ones that might seem insignificant to the world but mean everything when held close to the heart. The way someone tucks a stray hair behind your ear, or remembers your favorite song without being asked, or leaves a note tucked in your pocket just to see you smile, these are the moments that quietly teach love to stay. As time passes, these small gestures compound, layering comfort, trust, and devotion over one another until they form a sanctuary of connection. There is a magic in shared routines, in mundane evenings transformed by the presence of someone who understands you completely. Cooking dinner together, walking side by side through a park, or simply sitting in silence, reading the same book while hearts beat in unison, these moments are lessons in patience, in giving, in the beauty of just being together. Love learns the language of everyday life, discovering that its strength often lies not in dramatic declarations but in consistency, in presence, in showing up for each other in ways both big and small. It is in the support offered when life's challenges threaten to pull you apart, in the gentle reassurance whispered when doubts creep in the laughter that erupts after an argument has passed and understanding remains. Each shared experience, whether filled with joy or quiet struggle, becomes a building block in the foundation of a love that knows how to endure. Over time, these moments accumulate like gentle waves shaping the shore, carving out a safe haven where love feels at home. They teach patience, empathy, and the quiet courage to be vulnerable. Love learns to recognize the value of the ordinary, to see poetry in routines, and to find grace in imperfections. It is through these moments that hearts truly learn to stay, even when storms gather and the world outside seems uncertain. Love is not only nurtured in moments of joy but also forged in the quiet crucible of challenges, where hearts are tested and resilience is built. It is in these trials, those moments of doubt and difficulty, that love discovers its true depth and its capacity to endure. When misunderstandings arise, when the weight of life's pressures threatens to pull two people apart, love does not vanish. Instead, it learns to adapt, to communicate, and to hold on more tightly. Every argument, every tear, every moment of uncertainty becomes a lesson in patience and understanding. You learn that it is not about winning or losing, but about finding common ground, about listening even when words fail, and about trusting the bond that first drew you together. Through challenges, love grows intimate and fierce, teaching hearts to be vulnerable without fear, to lean on each other when the world feels too heavy. It is in the quiet reassurance of a hand held during a difficult moment, in the embrace that offers safety when fears rise, and in the whispered promises that no matter what, you will face life together. These are not dramatic gestures. They are subtle, powerful affirmations of commitment, proof that love is willing to bend without breaking. Love also learns resilience through sacrifice and compromise. There are moments when priorities conflict, when life demands choices that test the limits of patience and understanding. It is in navigating these decisions, in finding balance between two individual paths and the shared journey, that love discovers its strength. Each challenge overcome becomes a marker, a reminder of the depth of connection that anchors two hearts. The moments when you support each other despite exhaustion, when you forgive even before apologies are offered, and when you continue to believe in each other when the future feels uncertain, all these teach love how to endure. Even the smallest acts of courage during these difficult times, sending a message to check in, offering a smile to lift a weary heart, making space for the other to express fears, become the threads that weave an unbreakable bond. It is through facing hardships, together and without surrender, that love matures, realizing that its purpose is not only to bring joy but to stand steadfast when storms approach, teaching both hearts the art of persistence, the language of patience, and the quiet power of unwavering devotion. Love is often not found in grand declarations or dramatic displays, but in the small, almost imperceptible gestures that ripple through everyday life. It is in the way someone remembers the little things about you, the way you take your coffee, the song that makes you smile, or the way your eyes light up when talking about your dreams. These small acts, unnoticed by the world but deeply felt by the heart, are the quiet poetry of love. They are the moments when love learns how to stay, how to root itself in the ordinary and turn the mundane into something extraordinary. A shared glance across a room, a subtle touch on the shoulder, a whispered word of encouragement, each carries weight, each speaks volumes without needing to shout. In the rhythm of daily life, these gestures build a language that only the two hearts involved can truly understand. It is the way one person knows exactly when the other needs comfort, the way a simple note left on a pillow can brighten an entire day, or the unexpected cup of tea prepared after a long, tiring afternoon. These acts are not performed for recognition or applause. They are genuine expressions of love, tiny yet profound, teaching hearts how to care, how to nurture, and how to remain present for each other in both silence and noise. Love in these moments is patient, attentive, and enduring. It is in listening without judgment, in holding hands when no words are needed, in laughing together over little absurdities that life throws your way. Each gesture is a silent promise, a reaffirmation that even when the world changes, even when days grow heavy with responsibilities, love remains steady, quietly anchoring two people in a shared existence. It is also in these small acts that trust deepens and connection strengthens. Simple routines become sacred rituals. Cooking together, walking side by side, sending a good morning message, or sharing a favorite book. These are the foundations of a love that lasts, proving that it is not always the monumental events that define a relationship, but the accumulation of tiny moments that speak louder than words. Every thoughtful action, every small kindness, becomes a testament to commitment, a lesson in presence, and an enduring reminder that love flourishes most beautifully when it finds joy in the little things, allowing hearts to grow closer and teaching them the gentle art of staying. Love reaches its deepest strength when it chooses to remain, not out of obligation, but out of a heartfelt commitment to shared dreams, laughter, and even the sorrows that life inevitably brings. This is the love that has learned to stay through every season, every twist of fate, and every challenge that life has placed in its path. It is the love that, over time, understands the difference between fleeting infatuation and enduring devotion, between excitement that fades and a bond that grows stronger with each passing day. The promise of forever is not declared in a single moment but woven slowly, intentionally, through countless decisions to care, to forgive, and to support one another, even when it would be easier to walk away. This love is found in quiet affirmations, the holding of hands in the dark when fear creeps in, the gentle reassurance in moments of doubt, the shared dreams whispered under a blanket of stars. It is in the consistency of showing up, in the loyalty that persists despite imperfections, and in the choices made daily to prioritize one another's happiness and well-being. It is a love that sees beauty not only in grand moments but in the steady rhythm of a life shared together. Every smile offered after a long day, Every warm embrace after a disagreement, every laugh that breaks tension, builds a fortress of intimacy that grows stronger with each passing year. The promise of forever is also built in understanding and compromise. Love learns to bend without breaking, to listen when words are hard to find, and to meet each other halfway, even when desires or expectations diverge. It is in these acts of patience and grace that love teaches itself how to endure, how to root itself deeply, and how to bloom even in the face of challenges. It becomes a constant, steady heartbeat in the unpredictable journey of life, offering both shelter and freedom, reassurance and adventure. When love chooses to stay, it embraces the fullness of another soul, their strengths, their flaws, their dreams, and their fears. It does not demand perfection, it celebrates connection. It